What is up, guys? We're back with another video here. In this video, we're going over how I win Hunt Showdown. Honestly, compared to most other people's playstyles for this game, my playstyle is like that of a complete monkey. I do not really play tactically, even though I can. For the most part, I just believe that I'm a better shot, and so if the other player thinks he has an advantage over me where I am, and he'll shoot at me, then I can flick and shoot him instead. And most of the guns I use are one-shot kills, so I really like using snipers or the elephant gun, which usually kill people in one shot. Now, this logic works pretty well most of the time, but if you run into someone that also has a one-shot gun or has something that does a lot of damage, and or they coordinate with their teammate, you can go down instantly, and because you play like a monkey and didn't play tactically. The key to my gameplay is knowing you're going to lose some, because you're going to potato aim sometimes, but also because sometimes the other player is going to be better than you. But the thing you need to keep in mind is that your wins are going to offset your losses for the most part. I have a quote for when you're playing this game to keep in mind. The quote is, "You were born to win, but to be a winner, you must plan to win, prepare to win, and expect to win." Now, my plan is to play like a monkey, like the entire time. Whenever I play slow, I don't follow my plan, I usually die. Now, I always prepare to win by taking max, so I'll spend probably 1200 on a character, which when you get to tier 3, you usually have like 800 guns and stuff like that. So I'll spend 1200 to deck out a character because I'm preparing to win. And whenever I go into the game, I expect to win every game. I don't expect to lose. Now, I chose to upload this specific game mainly because I was lagging in this game. The first 2 shots I shot at this guy, I'm pretty sure my cursor was directly on him. I missed the 3rd shot, and then here I potato really hard. Like I said, you're gonna potato no matter what, even if you're a good shot. Even some of the pro players potato some of the times whenever they're playing like pro CSGO and stuff like that. Now, even though I potatoed, I still end up killing him, which is very fortunate considering I should have died here. Now, what me and my teammate have done here is we've gathered 2 clues in the matter of the first like minute and a half of the game. That's because Blanchard Graves, Healing Waters Church, and Port Reeker all have 2 clues. Now, you can only get the 2 clues if whenever you get the first clue, the map is still lit up where your clue is. This makes it super easy to rush to the 3rd clue and then rush to the boss. And especially if you get lucky and find the boss on your, like you're close to the boss on your 3rd clue, then you can rush the boss down and get out before anybody else can come to contest. Because a lot of the times people are playing slow, they're looking for crows, they're not going to set off any crows. As you can see, on my playstyle, I'll just set off everything. I don't really care. Now right here, I knifed that one, but I'm out of stamina, so I'm just going to shoot this one. Because noise in this game, to me, it just attracts, it definitely attracts other people, but sometimes that's what I want, because the more people that come to me, the more I don't have to worry about them whenever I'm fighting the boss. Now, why would I recommend this playstyle to someone that's either they may be new to shooters? I don't know, maybe they're just getting into some of these shooters and they don't have very good aim, or they just got into this game and there's people like me that are bloodline level 100. Playing this playstyle, they're just gonna die. So why would I recommend it to them? Well, first of all, whenever you play a lot of matches consecutively, you're gonna get better at the game. It's like whenever I first started playing PUBG, all I did was drop at school. I just dropped school over and over again. And if you've never played PUBG, school is basically where probably 10 to 20 people drop a game out of 100. And only one person wins school, but if you drop there over and over again, you're going to eventually improve your aiming skills so you can make it out alive. That's the same concept with this game. The more you get into a match and the more you get into firefights with people, the better aim you're going to have in this game. Now, you could also play just a ton of hours and play slow and tactically, and you could have a high KDA and high rankings and everything. But the person who monkeys out like this and plays the same amount of hours is probably going to be better than you, even if he doesn't play tactically, he'll be a better shot. You may still beat him just because you're playing tactically, but eventually his skill cap will be too great, so if you don't one-shot him, then he'll be able to flick, turn, and kill you. Okay, so now we're at the point in the game where we have 3 clues, and it's only about 4 minutes into the game, so we already know where the boss is, and the boss is pretty close. And there's also a resupply right here. So what we're gonna do is I'm gonna get full ammo, and we're gonna go into the boss, and we're just gonna try to rush it down, and then banish it and get out. Now there's evil dogs. Hate them. But anyways, we're gonna try to rush it down and just get out. So what I'm gonna do is have my teammate. Most of the time, whenever you're playing this game, if you're an experienced player, you can play with a random, and the random will, I would say 90% of the time, just follow you. Because if you take off running like you know what you're doing, then the random is just going to follow you. Because more than likely, they don't have very much game experience. Now, I do have some teammates that will literally crouch the entire time and not follow me, because, once again, I'm playing like a complete monkey, and they don't want to lose their character. But most of the time, they're new players, and they don't notice that I'm playing like a complete animal. Also, to do this strat to rush down the boss, you want to make sure that you have a gun that's good enough to kill the boss pretty quick. Right here I have the Caldwell conversion uppercut. Now the uppercut shoots rifle rounds, so using it against the boss does quite a bit of damage, and then you reload your 6 shots outside the boss, go back in, and just do a lot of damage to him. The important thing to notice whenever you're playing with like a monkey is that whenever you hear crows, chickens, or dogs go off, or the horse, that you need to know where those people are so that you can keep an eye out, because you're going to be making a lot of noise and they might be coming to you. This is super important because you do not want to get shot in the back. Getting shot in the back is probably one of the worst things. Because I also, whenever I'm playing, I'll serpentine whenever I walk, or I'll jump. So I'll make sure that I'm not doing a standard movement. A lot of the times when I kill people, say they're walking through the water, they will literally just walk or crouch in the water. And when you have a one-shot gun, it's the easiest shot to make. And a lot of people that are higher up will have a gun that can one-shot you, because they can afford it and put a secondary on that's good enough, like this Caldwell conversion uppercut, which can also one-shot you to the head. I have as my secondary, but I have the sparks as my primary, which can easily one-shot you. Another good thing about whenever you rush down the boss is once you banish it, everybody on the map will be coming to you. Now, in most games, you'll probably have 4 players come after you once you banish. Now, this is really good in the fact that you'll have to fight 2 separate teams at the same time, and this will make you extremely good at the game if you do it a lot, because you will be used to stressful situations in which this will get your adrenaline pumping and you'll feel great. But that's why I would highly recommend this strategy for new players, even though you will die a lot, because you will learn so much from the game doing it this way. Now, you see how fast we just killed the boss? We rushed it down real quick and then banished it. We're basically only, I think it's like 7.5 minutes into the game, and the boss is already dead and vanishing. Now, by 12 minutes, we will be out of this game, and no one else is going to contest us. Mainly, this might be due to the fact that people died to mobs. They just came in for experience for the mobs and just killed the mobs. Or they are new players who don't understand the concept of like where all the clues are, and so they got stuck near the top of the map. Now right here, since we're banishing, I'm just going to try to knock down the door. What I should have done here was get a sledgehammer and axe and break down the door, because my knife is going to take way too long to break down this door, and it's going to take quite a while, and I'm just sitting here trying to see if the fast attack would be any better. But I'm pretty sure the charge attack does more damage to doors, and I'll probably test that and put it in another video. But like I said, my teammate probably hasn't played very much, doesn't have a mic, so honestly, you can win with anybody and carry anybody as long as they play with you. It doesn't matter if they have a mic, because I've had people who've had a mic that will just crouch and walk around all game. They'll be like 200 meters away from me. I'll be at the boss, and they'll still be like 300 meters away, just, I don't even know, doing what. Which I'm okay if you're talking to me in game and you're like, hey dude, I want to camp the boss. I'll be like, okay, I'm fine with that. I'll camp the boss with you. Now, would I recommend camping the boss? Yes and no. The reason I wouldn't recommend it is because sometimes you can camp the boss for 20 minutes before someone gets there. Now, this is super boring, sitting there for 20 minutes waiting. Now, if you've gone hunting in real life, you would be able to withstand this pretty easily. But for someone that's likes fast-paced stuff, this is just gonna lose your focus, and whenever people come, they're gonna be in tune and more focused than you, and be able to shoot you faster than you're gonna be able to realize to see them. So like right here, I'm on the roof just moving back and forth. I never stand still. Never stand still. The only time I stand still is when I go to type, and I'll sit in a place where I know I can't get shot from. It'd be like nearly impossible. Okay, right here, this is a bad example. Never do this. Because I can definitely get shot from that angle over there. I think the reason I type there though is there's dogs right over there. Like two dogs not in a cage, and I would have heard them die. But still, that was probably a really bad place to type. I just didn't really care. So we're about to get the bounty, and the good thing about this game is the extraction was really close. It was just up the road to the northwest. And so we're going to grab the bounty here and get out. Another thing that you want to do whenever you're waiting for the butcher to banish is figure out the escape route you want to do. Now, the best way to do this is if there's an escape route that's close, you should probably never ever go to the close escape route if there's only one. Mainly because it will almost always be camped. Now, in this game is a bad example because it's not camped. I have no clue what the other players did because we only killed one. But going to a close extraction is a really bad idea unless you want to fight. I always want to fight, so I always go to the close extraction. And honestly, this is a bad idea. You should always go to the second close extraction because the first one is nearly always going to be camped if it's close. This is because it's fairly easy to kill people at the extraction because they think they're out. But also a thing to realize is the horses or the steamboat will both make noise if there's another player nearby. So if you do not hear that noise, you could still get sniped. So keep moving around. Like, I never stop. I move back and forth. But just realize that there's no one that can like throw TNT at you. There's no one at TNT distance. Anyways, guys, thanks for watching. If you liked it, please like the video. If you learned anything, please subscribe and comment if you have anything to add or you want to say anything, and I will try to get back to you and maybe make another video and go over that aspect of things. Thank you.